my ass to be soaking, dripping wet, make sure you come correct with the squirty bum gun if you enjoy seeing ping pongs splash. What's up, what's happening, you guys? I hope you are doing well. If you are new here, my name is Justice, and if you're not, thank you for coming back, beach. We're here with another video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys things that I wish I knew before moving to Thailand, okay? Because there's a lot, but I'm gonna tell you so that you don't make the same mistakes that I made, okay? Before we get into the video, make sure you follow me on the gram, and if you are thinking about living and teaching English in Thailand, make sure you check out my ebook. Again, it will be in the description of this video. But let's get into it. Okay. So the first thing I feel like you should know before coming to Thailand, if you're gonna stay here long term, for all my melanated babes and kings, a lot of the cosmetic products, mainly for the skin, like deodorant, body butters, even some body washes, they contain whitening ingredients. So be sure to pack big sizes of your own in your suitcase, in your checked luggage, because a lot of stuff here does contain whitening ingredients. Not everything. You will be able to find some name brands such as Nivea or Vaseline, for example, but even some of their products will contain whitening ingredients, and this will often be shown on the packaging. It will often say whitening or brightening, which are two different things. Whitening is very much bleaching. Brightening is kind of to have a brighter, healthier appearance to the skin, but I just wouldn't really dabble in either of those unless you're using them, I don't know, for a specific reason or problem area, like you have some hyperpigmentation and you want to even that out. That's up to you, but definitely something to be aware of, like I said, if you're going to be here long term, because you will run out of your products from home if you don't bring enough, and you will have to buy some stuff here. You can have a look on websites like Shopee, Lazada, which are basically the Amazons of Thailand. So they do have some products like Shea Moistures, I believe, or Cantu. So you can get certain things over here, but I would just say bring your stuff, okay? Ain't nobody finna have me out here looking like Michael Jackson, I'm sorry. Something else to bear in mind for my queens, okay? Tampons. If you're into that, they are kind of scarce over here, so again, make sure you bring them from home. The best place you could look would be in a pharmacy. I feel like they don't carry them in like your typical supermarkets like Lotus or Macro or Big C, so definitely check the pharmacies, but even there they might not have any, so just something to bear in mind. My next tip for you guys, if you are into getting your hair braided or getting locks, there are places that will do that out here. There are services, there are people, Instagram pages. You just have to find them. And I feel like the best way to find them is using hashtags on Instagram. So if you wanted to get box braids, type in box braids into Instagram and just look at all of the accounts that come up that have used that hashtag, and hopefully you will be able to find people that do that service. Alternatively, of course, you know your girl's got the plagues, okay? I have a little cheat sheet that will be available to purchase if you would just like some plugs on where to get your hair done, who to go to, who I have gone to and would recommend, what are the best apps to use for food deliveries, for transport. I have loads of quick tips in this little cheat sheet. Again, I will put it in the description. I can't keep all of this knowledge to myself, so I'm trying to share it with you guys, but I'm also trying to support myself. So if you would like to support me and you would benefit from the information, check out the cheat sheet. Something else to know before coming to Thailand, if you are not an animal babe, you're not an animal lover, I don't know what to tell you. There are stray dogs everywhere in Thailand, okay? You go to 7-Eleven to get some, I don't know, some milk. There's a dog, okay? There's a dog inside the 7-Eleven trying to get that good aircon, okay? There's a dog outside the 7-Eleven. There's a dog walking up to the 7-Eleven. There's dogs everywhere. I will say I've never had a problem with the dogs. Typically they're really friendly. I just don't really go and approach them. I mind my business and they mind theirs. If you're scared of dogs, just bear that in mind and just don't pay them any mind and you'll be fine. I love the puppy. Something else to know before coming to Thailand is you will have to take your shoes off. in many places. For example, going into someone's home, it is custom to take off your shoes. Feet, shoes are seen as like really disgusting. Not disgusting, but dirty, as they are if you've been walking around in Thailand all day, especially the streets of Bangkok, the dirty streets of Bangkok. Some temples, you will have to remove your shoes. It will typically have a sign outside showing you that you need to remove your shoes. And even in some businesses and shops, you will have to remove your shoes. So just bear that in mind. Maybe bring some socks with you if your feet are looking like dogs, okay? I don't have the cutest feet. Yeah, just something to bear in mind. Carry some socks with you or something. Something else to carry with you at all times: toilet tissue, okay? Get you some Kleenex, get you some Kushel. Is that the name of the brand? Because not everywhere has toilet tissue, okay? Now typically in the big malls, popular shops, the supermarkets, if they have a public restroom, a public toilet, they typically will have tissue. But in some places they won't, and you will just be left with the squirty bum gun. I love a bidet. I feel like it's actually the cleanest way to operate in those situations. However, do I want my ass to be soaking, dripping wet after I have finished using the bathroom? No, I don't. Not everybody needs to know that I've been using the bum gun. I want to dry myself off, but sometimes there's no tissue for that. So just make sure you pack a little something, okay? Because you don't want to get caught. It's happened to me. To carry your toilet paper. For my expat babes, people that want to live in Thailand long term, I would definitely say something you should do from the jump is to open a Thai bank account. I feel like this process kind of depends on the bank that you go with in terms of like difficulty and what is required. But for myself personally, I bank with Capricorn Bank. I can't remember entirely what documents I needed, but it wasn't anything complicated. I think I just had to bring like my passport and maybe like my work permit or something. The reason why I say this is because even if you use like an international bank card, for example, if you withdraw from an ATM here, there will be a charge of about 220 baht each time you withdraw money. It doesn't matter the amount. You could withdraw 100 baht or 100,000 baht, you're still going to get that 220 charge. However, if you have a Thai bank account, withdrawing money, there is no fee. My next tip for you: public transport. It is the cheapest way to get around. Not always the quickest or most convenient. It's pretty convenient, but it is the cheapest way to get around. So that's using the BTS, which is the Sky Train, not them Korean guys. Using the metro, using the buses. I can't lie, I have not stepped foot on a bus since I've been here. It's just not my preference. It's cheap and it's also the safest. They have aircon. Also, you'll know the price of your journey before you even complete the journey, which leads me to my next point. Beware of scammers, babes. The scammers be scamming. So if you want to take a motorbike taxi, for example, which I would advise against because it's very dangerous, but if you do want to, you know, jump on the back of a bike or take a tuk-tuk, ask the price first, okay? Show them where you're going, use Google Translate, Google Maps, whatever, and agree on a price first, because this is how a lot of people get scammed. Leading on from that point, if you're going to take any taxis here in the dirty streets of Bangkok, make sure your taxi driver puts on the meter. You will see this when you get in the taxi. There should be a little box and it should start at 35 baht. That is the starting price for taxis all over Thailand. So if you get into any taxi and the meter is not on, they refuse to put it on, or it starts at a different price, 100 baht, they are trying to scam you, they are trying to finesse you. I'm here to prevent that, okay? Get out.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Something that I think is becoming super popular is teaching abroad. So teaching in Thailand, my top tip for you would be to make sure you meet the requirements to teach here. So typically most agencies, most companies, most schools will require you to have a degree. It doesn't necessarily matter which subject this is in, what you major in, but just make sure that you have a degree. If you are interested in teaching in Thailand, of course I have my ebook that is out. Baby, I'm plugging myself, okay? Again, description, my ebook about living and teaching in Thailand. I've got my timetable, I've got salary figures, I've got how to find a job, how to find housing, the visa process, the visa run, how to save money. Baby, I got it all. My next fact for you guys, rainy season. It is July at the time of filming, and baby, the rain. Rainy season is very on and off, okay? It's not how it is in the UK. It's not gonna rain for the entire day. I mean, it can, but typically here in Thailand, it will rain for maybe half an hour, maybe 2, and then it will stop. And it will be gorgeous again. You would never know that it was thundering and there was lightning about an hour ago. But it definitely was, and the streets are definitely flooded. So just bear that in mind if you do come in rainy season. I would not discourage anyone coming to Thailand because of rainy season. It really just depends where you go. It's typically a lot nicer in the south. So the islands, your Koh Samuis, your Krabi. Rainy season kicks in a little bit later on. So just double check, have a Google. Since the rainy season is the off season for tourists, things can be cheaper, things are less busy, less crowded, so it's definitely still a good time to come. And it's still hot outside. We've gone from the typical 40-42 degrees to 36-35, so it's still baking. You're still gonna have a good time, baby. Book that flight. Another fun fact for my babes, zip it when it comes to the royal family. Speaking down on the royals is actually a crime. So if anybody asks you your opinion or anything about them, just mind your business. Just mind your business at the end of the day. Just zip it, because you don't want to end up in Thai prison. I'm telling you, baby, if you go watch a documentary, you will not want to be there. Something else to avoid is stepping on money. Say you drop a coin or a note and it's blowing off with the wind, gone with the wind, fabulous. You want to avoid stepping on it because it has a picture of the king. And stepping on a picture of the king is seen as disrespectful. So be a runner, be a track star and grab that money. My next fact for you guys, I feel like is a little bit controversial, but it's just the honest truth. Most animal sanctuaries here in Thailand are not ethical. Okay, if you are planning on going to any sanctuaries, please do your research, okay? If you want to go and see the tigers, babes, let's just be for real. There's no way that you're entering a tiger's enclosure and they're just cool with you being there. Like, no, baby. They've probably had some form of tranquilizer. A lot of people will argue and say, oh, they've just been fed, so they're not hungry, they're relaxed, they're not aggressive. Have you watched anything by David Attenborough? A tiger is a tiger. That is a wild animal, okay? So if you want to go and support that, that's your business, okay? It's not mine, but I just think people should be at least mindful of this and have the knowledge that a lot of these places are not ethical. I definitely did visit an elephant sanctuary in Phuket. I did not bathe the elephants. I just fed them bananas and it was a great time. My next fact for you guys, alcohol, the drinky drink. Alcohol is actually not allowed to be purchased all day, every day. There are certain days here in Thailand where alcohol will just not be for sale and it will not be served in bars, restaurants, what have you. If it's like a religious day or Buddhist holiday, days like that, alcohol is just not sold. And I believe on a typical day-to-day basis, don't quote me, let me read, but it's sold from 11 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon, and then from 5 in the afternoon to midnight. After 2 p.m, that is the time that, this is the time that children are leaving school, so they prevent the sale of alcohol, I guess, to discourage kids or teenagers from drinking. So just be mindful of that. If you've got an event or a celebration, make sure you buy your booze ahead of time. My last fun fact for you guys is to avoid the sex tourism here in Thailand. Everybody knows Thailand has this stigma for, you know, their sex industry, ping pong shows, things like that. And in a lot of cases, the women that you are seeing or people identifying as women, they're not always necessarily there out of their own will. They might be being forced to be there, or, you know, it's kind of a bit of a sticky situation. So I think the general consensus is that it's not a great thing to support the sex tourism here in Thailand. But also, if this is how someone has to make their money, otherwise they'll be out on the street, who am I to say they shouldn't do what they're doing? So again, a little bit controversial, but I think just something to be mindful of and maybe look into if you're into that. If you enjoy seeing ping pongs, splash. I'm just giving you the knowledge so you can make better choices for you. And on that note, I'm gonna ping pong out of here, okay? I hope you guys have found this information useful. If you would like another video like this, more facts, more information about what I wish I knew before coming to Thailand, before living in Thailand, moving to Thailand, definitely leave a comment down below. If you found this useful, please hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed, you already know what to do. It would help me out so much, you guys. I'm really trying to push my videos out there. YouTube is hating on the kid. I don't know what's going on, but I appreciate you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.